Hello everyone, my name is Udita Khuntia. I'm from class 3 Stewart School, Bhubaneswar. And today I'm going to tell you a very beautiful story. And that story name is how ocean was created. Okay? And once upon a time, there there were no oceans, no seas, only rivers, lakes, and ponds. And when that how ocean came to earth happened in a small place, okay, and in that place there were only rivers, lakes, and ponds. So all the people who lived there will take some water from the rivers or lakes or ponds, anywhere they could go, and they will go and take water and use that water. And but there was a very little pond that you could jump across it, and there was a very little pond of water, okay, that no one had ever discovered. That pond, no one had ever discovered that little pond. And then a woman, that near that small pond was covered by some big bushes and some small plants and trees, some plants and big trees. Then one day, and there was a woman living nearby that pond, but the woman didn't know that it was a pond. So one day, as she was going to take some water, she saw a hare behind that bush, and behind that bush there was nothing but that was air, not a hare. She thought that it was a hare, but that was not hare, it was a hare. And when she came behind the bushes, she saw the little pond water, and then she began to feel thirsty. When she drank the water, it was very salty. Then she thought that she didn't want to drink water and went away home. The next day, she returned with a pan, and in that pan, she took a full water. She took some water and put it in the pan, and then went home. She cooked it. She cooked with that water, and what all the family members of her said, wow, this meal is very beautiful, this dish is very beautiful, everyone would say. And that woman had discovered the little pond which was salty, okay. And the woman had two sons. The eldest son said when the woman cooked with that water, this is very tasty. And the younger son said, oh, it tastes lovely. And the two sons wanted to know how this became very tasty, okay. And then they thought that maybe their mother had made put something new. Anyway, the water couldn't be changed because there is no any other source of water here, or any other new things available. Maybe she must be cooking something else, and we thought that this was that. And like that, they would say, but they never knew that their mother was taking water from the little pond. And then their mother thought that, then the woman thought that if she would tell it to her family, then everyone would, then her two sons who couldn't keep a word will go around in the place and all say to the people, there's a little pond in which the water is salty, there's a little pond in which the water is salty, like this they'll go, and everyone will know and take this wonderful source of water. And I don't want to make this water discovered by everyone. Don't want to waste this water, which is very precious. It is very salty and unusual. Why I will want to waste that? Then But the two sons thought that it was the matter with the water, okay? And then they began following their mother without their mother knowing them. They would go and saw that their mother was taking water from there was no source in that. Well, their mother followed, the two sons followed their mother, and and then the woman came to the forest where she took the water, and then she took the water. But the two sons didn't know where she took from. So they thought that maybe their mother was taking some water in something and putting that there and taking it home. They thought like that. But then the woman saw them. The next day she said to help their father with the fields, okay? And then the woman came and she took the water, okay? And then she put a piece of cloth, and covered it with stones, so that the cloth will not go away with the wind. And the next day the sons came to that place. They searched everywhere but couldn't find a thing. They thought that maybe their mother was bringing some water with her and then putting it into the pan and then going home. At last, when they came to that place where the small pond was, they sat down there. And then they saw a cloth and some stones over it. They thought of out, taking it out and seeing maybe hidden treasure was there, or something very unusual or new. And then they took out and saw that little pond, okay? And then the elder brother took a palm full of the water and tasted it. Then the elder brother said, "Oh, it's awful, it's so salty. This is a horrible little puddle." And then the younger brother said that this water is rising. This water is flowing up in the air. How could this be? And the water came up from the ground and it went everywhere. Okay? And now the place is going to be drowned. Okay? Then the younger brother said to the elder brother that, "I think you have said the pool some bad names, and the pool is angry with you, I think. The the pond is angry with you, I think." Then the elder brother said, "Oh, I suppose I think that you are right." Then when the mother came there rushing to that place, and she saw that her sons had discovered that pond, and then she saw that the water was rising. Then the whole place drowned, and a little places were left, and that we call now that islands. And from that day, that big water place, we call it the sea, which has salty water. Okay, so that's a story of how oceans were created. Thank you. Have a nice day.